Okay, so today's video we're going to take a look at a portable photography or video type light box, softbox set. First, a couple of images that'll give you a little bit of detail, then we'll take a little bit closer look at this actual item. Okay, so as stated, we're taking a look at a softbox, often used for photography, video, things of that nature. Now, personally, I don't do a lot of photography, if any at all, but I do video, obviously. That's what you're watching. So, this is an example with it on right now. Just real quickly, this is one of the two, just to give you an idea. If I didn't have this, so you have a before-after, this is what my video would look like if I were shooting in this room without any lights, other than, you know, the windows, doors, and such. This thing gives off a nice amount of light. So we'll turn that back on. Okay, so you could obviously run this without the cover, or you can run it with the cover. It's 85 watts, and the stand is adjustable up to almost 80. It's just a little shy of 80 inches tall. So you have a wide range, and it has a pretty stable base. You can actually raise and lower and flatten that out. So we'll take a little bit more look at that. But what I decided to do is have one set up so we can actually utilize one for the video, and then for the other, I want to show you the actual individual components that, you know, comprise this actual light box. So, first, take a look at the light itself. So it's well protected and completely wrapped in this styrofoam. So it's a big old light bulb there. So go ahead and put this back. And I'll put that up later. Then you have your cover. And so this is what's going to give you that diffusing aspect. Of course, it's rectangular to match the shape of the actual unit, and each one has these, I guess you call it pleats, so that it tucks around the corner, and each one has Velcro in the center. So all four corners are going to be supported by the actual like tucking it in like you would a bed sheet, and then there's Velcro that's going to be in the center of every side, on all four sides. So that's what's going to give you the diffusion, give you that softer light, which is very nice. Alright, put that on the side there. And then you have a little pouch that has Velcro. That's going to hold the actual lamp portion. And so you can actually attach this, so you can have the stand sitting here and you can attach this like this, or you can attach this like this, whichever one you want, and then you can loosen this and adjust it according to your needs. And of course, if you have it sitting like this, you can just rotate it around on the actual stand, and each one has these little thumb screws well that shows up for you, but you should be able to see that. Anyway, little thumb screws make it very easy to adjust. Then you have your power cord, and there's an inline switch, so very quick and easy. And this is just a 2-blade or 2-fin or whatever, I don't remember the exact name, but you just have the 2, you don't have, the 3, so you don't have the grounding plug. And as far as this thing is concerned, take off the little bag that's protective on the inside. Set this down, kind of get it to pop open a little bit like that. And then on the inside, there's a little ring, that you just kind of press down, and it kind of pops into place over top of the place where you screw in the actual light bulb. So that is pretty much, and you can see it's actually, pretty steady and sturdy. Pretty sturdy. Of course, you have your reflective inner surface. That's going to give you, of course, the light, bouncing, so it gives you the most light output outward. So you just screw in your light right there. Of course, take off the zip tie and plug in your power. And then, last but not least, you have this in the box. Take that out. Of course, it's in a bag. Take that out. And you have 3 different points. So you have one here, and this is just thumb screws. So you loosen this, slides up and down. You can loosen this one, and that portion will slide up and down. And then you loosen this bottom one, and that's going to give you the actual base for the feet. And that slides, and you of course have some reinforcement here, and each one of these has a sort of rubber tip on the bottom, so it shouldn't scratch or damage your hardwood floors. I have hardwood floors in some areas, so that's definitely a plus. You don't have to worry about any kind of metal scratching. Also, it'll help a little bit with slipping. It won't have any slipping issues. And of course, you just dial in the right height or width as far as stability that you're looking for, and you lock that down. You've got your base, and you just build up from there. That's pretty much it. This little cap is removable, so there's an actual threaded insert or a threaded portion that could thread into it, a threaded insert. So that's a nice option that I guess someone thought about. So you could actually utilize one of these for your lighting, and one of these, if you needed to, you have the thread. It should be a standard thread pitch that will fit, I would assume, most of the cameras on the market these days. Or you just stick that back on there, which is what I'm going to do. I knocked it off earlier, and use it for your lighting purposes. So, last but not least, you have this bag here, and it comes with a little bit of information or instructional manual, if you will, and carrying handles, so you can carry this with you. And they didn't go too crazy, just has the name logo on the side right here, nothing too major. And other than that, the straps go all the way around, so you shouldn't really have to worry about like tearing and damage to the actual bag. You have a zipper, so you can keep this nice, tidy and closed up. And all of this stuff obviously comes in this bag, so getting it back in there, while that's always a little bit different than getting it out, shouldn't be much of a problem. And you can take this with you on the go if you needed to, unless you have a studio type setup or an area where you're going to shoot at, which is something I'm working on. But by any means, this is what it is, this is what it looks like. And just so you can see, this is the actual unit here. So I'm going to turn it towards you. It's going to be a little bright, of course. So you can see this nice diffused light. The camera obviously picks it up a little bit more for the intensity that's right in the center. But as far as teardown, disassembly, I said you got your Velcro. and you got your corners, so you can just pop this right off. And if I do open this up, you can see it's the light on the inside there. Obviously there's going to be some generating of heat, so it's not super hot, but obviously I wouldn't touch the actual light itself. But getting this set up is fairly quick and easy. It's already Velcroed itself back. And of course all of your adjustments we've already talked about. And height, raising all the way up to almost 80 inches, so pretty good range. It is stable, even though right now I don't have the base fully extended out. It's pretty stable. It's not really going to fall over too easily. Again, you can adjust however you see fit and place the actual unit however you see fit. But by any means, that's a quick look at this Softbox lighting kit. And again, it obviously puts out a really nice amount of light. Hopefully this was adequate. I wanted to use only this to give you an idea. If you were really in a worst case scenario where you didn't really have a lot of light, the only light I have right now is from the bathroom over here or the door over there to the entrance. The curtains are not completely blackout curtains, but they are fairly dark, so there's not a lot of light as you saw in the beginning. But again, if we were shooting this without any light sources really, you can see substantially different. But by any means, hopefully that is useful to you. It gives you a little bit of idea of what to expect. This material, I don't know what it is. It has a leather-like look, but it isn't obviously leather. You have the reflective metallic-looking layer on the inside, and this sort of thin, kind of like I guess that's a nylon type. I don't know. This is all metal. It's very lightweight. I assume if you're gonna wrestle with it really hard and be harsh with it, you could end up damaging it because it's not the thickest of metals, but it feels like it's substantial enough to do the job that's necessary. As long as you take care of your stuff, you should probably be fine. I don't know. I guess that's pretty much it. I can't think of anything else relevant that's important. Like I said, I want to show you what one looked like still packaged, so you see how small and portable it really is, the bag that it comes in, and one set up, and actually use the light from it. So I hope you found that helpful. Sorry if I ramble too much. And if you want to find out more, as always, there's a link below the video. You can check that out. Thanks for watching.